the Dice Towers coverage here live at Origins 2018, our summer preview. Right now I have the pleasure of talking with Isaias Vallejo from Daily Magic Games. Hello.
Hi.
It's good to see you.
Thanks for having me.
Now you may not know this, but Isaias and I are practically neighbors back in Washington State,
true.
so this feels very familiar to me.
But we only see each other at conferences.
At conferences, I know. We never see each other locally, but here. And I see that you've got this brand new game laid out in front of us. Tell me all about it.
Yeah, so this is Sailing Toward Osiris, and this is designed by my business partner, David McKenzie. So David McKenzie has been working on this for about 7 years. He actually tested it for the first time here at Origins 7 years ago.
That's amazing.
So he's been kind of just slowly working at it. So in this game, the pharaoh has died, and this is his funeral barge. And what we're doing is we're building monuments in his honor. So the person who builds the most monuments and gets the most prestige points is the person who's going to be the pharaoh for the next age. Okay, so it is a mid-weight casual worker placement game. It runs pretty quick because you can only do one thing on your turn. So the turns are, you can use the workers to get resources. And in the beginning of the round, we will pull some workers out of here secretly, and we'll put them behind our screen. And depending on the player count, it changes, right? And then we'll seed the labor pool. So this would be the labor pool here. So the yellow guys will get the wheat. So when we put them in the center of the spaces there, and you're actually going to get all 5 wheat there. So they get both of those. And then the red guys get the brick, and the gray guys get the stone. Alternatively, what you could do with the laborers is you can put them on the city spaces. And so any city space on the board. And what we do is when you do that, you draw 2 cards, you look at them, you can keep one, but you have to give the other one to another player. So these cards on your turn, as one of the actions, you can either play them for the resources that are on the upper left here, or you can play them for the action that's listed at the bottom. Yeah, and each of these is unique, and they're all flexible in that way that they give you either resources or a power. Another thing you could do on your turn is you could use one of your boon cards. And so each player has the same 5 boon cards, right? And what you do is you play it in front of you, and it's first come, first serve. So once you play, let's say, Osiris, then nobody else can play Osiris for the rest of that round. And then at the end of the round, you will discard it from play, so you can only use it once per game. So they're very powerful, rule-breaking things that will...
But everybody has the same stuff.
Everybody has the same stuff, yeah. Another thing you could do is you can hire another laborer, so you pay any 2 resources to hire another laborer, put it behind your screen. You could convert resources, that's what that is. So there's 4 different cartouches, and once, let's say I paid a stone here, I would get 2 wheat. Once it's covered up, then nobody else can use that for the rest of the round. And then down here we have a regent bonus, so that's whoever passes first in a round is going to be regent for the next round, and they also get one of those bonuses. And the reason we're collecting all these resources, right, is we're trying to
build the monuments.
Yeah, build the monuments. So that's what all the formulas are down there in the bottom cartouches. So, and the victory points that you would get are there for when you build it in a future turn.
So we have like a sphinx and an obelisk
and the pylon.
And the pylon. Okay, great.
Yeah. So, and this is, I think, the most interesting part about this game is that when you're building a monument, you're actually putting it on a spot on the board. So you're covering up the resources that you could possibly get. You're covering up the city spaces where someone can possibly use them, and you're getting victory points at the same time.
So you're literally slimming down the number of options you have.
Exactly. Yeah, and it's really great.
Does that speed up the game as you go? Does that kind of make the game move momentum-wise?
It will change the dynamics of the game. So if stone is really hard to get, you'll notice people will wrestle. Instead of trying to go for the stone-heavy formulas, they'll shift to this one. So now there's going to be even more player interaction trying to get there first. Because this game, it's very simple. You know, I just described it. You're just doing one thing. Either you're getting resources or paying resources. But the main thing is timing. So this game is all about timing, and you're racing and you're kind of pushing your luck on, you know, should I wait to get the resources before they put their monument down, or should I, you know, push my luck and try to get resources some other way?
And I've noticed, I mean, obviously anybody who's going to look at this game, they're going to notice It's full of custom wood bits that really look great on the board. Now, are these included? You kickstarted this game, right?
So we kickstarted. So all of this is all in the base game, and there's 2 other colors.
So it's not like Kickstarter exclusive. This is all just if you buy Sailing to Osiris, you get all this wooden goodness.
Yeah, and we're very conscious when we go to Kickstarter. We're not trying to create exclusives or anything. What we do is we try to improve the components. We try to improve the gameplay by adding an expansion, right? So we were able to create this expansion because of all the support that we got through Kickstarter, and this will release to retail a couple of months after the base game. So that's another advantage of being a Kickstarter backer, is you're getting all of this content first, and for a couple bucks less, maybe $5 less than what the retail option would be. Yeah.
And is this shipping to backers, or
it is shipping now? It started a week or 2 weeks ago.
Okay, so it's already on the way. So if you backed it, you should be getting it soon.
It's landing now. So, and then we'll send out an email to say, okay, we're done shipping. If you haven't gotten it yet, now contact us so that we can resolve the issue.
And if you're at Origins, it's for sale here, I noticed.
Yes. So yeah, we launched it at Origins as the anniversary of the 7 years ago debut of Sailing Toward Osiris.
Well, you cannot say it suffers from underdevelopment at all after that. And it's really cool that David put so much effort and investment into it. And it looks absolutely gorgeous. It's really impressive from that front. So Sailing to Osiris, what's the MSRP on this one?
The base game is $50 and the expansion
it's only 50?
is
With all this stuff in it?
Right, yeah.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. I don't know.
$50 and then it plays...
so it plays 2 to 5 players, and it plays about an hour. So it's meant to be a very quick, casual game. And again, it's all about the tension of the timing, and that's where the fun in the game comes out.
Awesome. And then the expansion, Governors and Envoys? Yeah,
so this one is $15, and what that adds is Governor powers, so you have an ongoing power for the game. It adds the Envoys, right? The Envoys are special new meeples, and those let you reserve spots on the board. Or if you're a mean player, you can block spots on the board, right? So you can either
that sounds fun to me.
You can use it for your advantage or to sabotage other players if you see that they really need one special spot to complete bonuses.
That's a little meanness, then, okay?
Yeah, during the game, you can actually get configuration bonuses, is what we call them. So if you get 3 monuments in a row, then you're going to get bonus points.
Gotcha.
If you get 4 monuments in the same river segment, then you're going to get bonus points.
Okay.
So you're really trying to block people from trying to get these bonus points. And 1 point is a lot in this game. It's just the way it is.
That's the way it is.
So another thing this adds is new configuration bonuses. So in the beginning of the game, you kind of shuffle them.
Yeah, the basic ones. Gotcha. Okay.
So these are the basic ones, and then there's I think 10 more. Yeah, there's 10 new objective cards that you shuffle up and you kind of give out in the beginning of the game to increase the difficulty and the replayability of the game.
So that's Sailing to Osiris, worker placement game, 2 to 5 players, available now.
Yeah.
And I know you have another small box over there. We didn't lay it out, but if you'd like to maybe tell us a little about what we got over here.
Yeah, so this will come out in a couple of months. And this crabs. So if you want to give someone crabs, now you have the way to do it without getting in trouble. So this is originally from Mo Ideas. Out
of Asia?
Out of Asia, out of Taiwan, right? So it's a small card game. It's 2 to 5 players again, and 30 minutes. And what this is you're trying to, it's a card game. So you're trying to use different actions to pick up the cards that you need in order to sell them to the seafood market.
So a little bit of hand management, maybe?
Yeah, definitely it's hand management. And then you have to do clever play to actually catch the crabs from your hand. So you're drafting them, but then to catch them, you have to play certain cards to create a value so that you can catch the crab. And then you're returning them to the market, and you can upgrade your crabbing gear to improve your catching ability. So yeah, it's just a good filler game.
Yeah, and this one plays how many players?
It's 2 to 5 players.
2 to 5 players, and probably plays in what, 30 minutes?
30 minutes. After you learn it, I'd say 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's just a quick filler.
Yeah, it's a quick game.
Fun little hand management auction stuff. Gotcha.
And ages 10 and up, so if you can add, then you can play this game.
Yeah, and I mean you can see like the art is real light and fun and very kid friendly and things like that. And what's the MSRP on this one?
This is going to be $20.
And it's available
2 months.
2 months.
That's all I can say. right now.
Is it on the boat or about to get it on a boat?
It's about to be loaded on a boat.
Yeah, so no guarantee. Yeah. I totally understand that. Awesome.
It's hard to say.
Isaias, thank you so much. For anybody who's curious about Daily Magic Games, about selling to Osiris or Crabs, where can people find you?
So Daily Magic Games, but we're also very active on Twitter. So Twitter, it's @_DailyMagic_. So we're always responding on there. Facebook, off and on. We just don't find we get really good conversations going there, but Twitter's really great for conversations and tracking our customer base.
Awesome. Isaias, thank you so much. Thank you everybody for joining us. It's always lovely to have you. Stay tuned. We've got more great games to talk about here at Origins. Until next time, we'll see you later.